Pre-flight check is a new feature of Control Center. Here we are again in Control Center. This time loaded up an F-18 profile. This particular one happens to be a Captain Zine profile. So the pre-flight check feature, what it does is when you try to run the profile in Control Center, it will check everything in the profile to see if the configuration is complete. So in this case, when we attempt to run it, we got an error message, master caution came on, and because of a failed pre-flight check, it automatically popped up the console for us. So if we look into it, it says, okay, failed pre-flight check. Let's scroll back, and you'll see there is a red message that says the export module provided by Captain Zine version 1 does not exist at, and then it gives a path to my saved games folder where the module file should have been. So if we were to run this profile, DCS would, the profile would run, DCS would run, but none of our gauges would work and none of our buttons would work because it wouldn't be able to find the module and it would just silently fail. So instead of having all of these silent failures, what 1.6 does is it checks everything that it can possibly check during pre-flight. If for some reason the message is incorrect or you don't care because it's an error message about something that you don't use or something like that, you can override it. In the preferences pane in the Control Center, there is a button that says pre-flight check. It's on by default. You can turn it off. And what that would do is when you run, it will just run and, hope for the best. So I always leave pre-flight check turned on because it saves countless hours of not knowing why something failed. Usually the resolution for the problem, it will be listed right below. Right here it says, using profile editor, select the interface for A10 and run DCS setup. So basically those are the instructions, and then you just go to profile editor and actually configure the interface, and it'll create the correct module file for you, and then next time it will succeed. You don't actually have to restart Control Center or anything. You can just go to profile editor, do the configuration, come back, and it'll work. So that's pre-flight check. Just to recap, you can turn it on and off, but you probably want to leave it on.